A very good morning to you. Thank you very much, Mrs. H. Fantastic. Quite apt actually, the sunflower, because we are now officially, I think about 4 days, 23rd of September. We are now officially in autumn, or fall. So, and that's quite true with the weather, because we're having a storm coming over. So I believe, and apparently it's about 800 miles wide, wind and rain, and it's going to take 2 or 3 days to pass over apparently. So, but doesn't affect the old shave, does it? So a very happy Wednesday to you. Thanks for joining me. Now, I had a comment in my last video, Adam, I think, well, judging by your channel name, got Adam in it. When are you going to use the Gillette Techmatic razor again? And I went to the drawer thinking, is it in here? And it was. So I got it out, and it's this is the original box, quite tatty, but I like to keep it. There's the... What does this? Look at this. I'm supposed to use Gillette Foamy with it. Whew. So here it is in this box. There. Original box. So I'll take that out. And what it is, it's you can buy these I suppose it was the early forms of cartridge razors, wasn't it? But you can adjust it there, low and high with this, and it's got the how many shaves I think that is. You've had this had 3 now, so this will be its 4th one, because you rotate it. Oh, that's to undo it. So it's bang on. So we'll start it on, I take it that's high. That's the, we'll start it on there. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh yeah, that is right. Yeah, so it is low there. So we'll start it on high, and then we'll proceed. There we go. The Gillette Techmatic. Now the soap choice is this. You don't see a lot of people using these, but first Canadian. Now when I had this, I've had about 4 years, is it? Shave soap made in Barrie, Ontario in Canada, and Grand Valley Vetiver, tallow, lanolin and silk. So it's a good soap. Chap called Brian Hoffman. You can see there. That's his Etsy shop. Now he has got a website now, but I've just checked before filming this, and they don't do this now. They have got a Vetiver, whether it's the same thing or he's redone it. They got a Vetiver soap and not a Grand Valley Vetiver, and they're all different labels now. This was early on, I think, in the business. So, but a lot of the stock sold out. So I'll put a link to the website if you want to have a look. But there's a lot of stuff sold out on it. So we're going to lather that. It's quite a hard puck. The basic sort of scent note to this is it's supposed to be citrusy, spicy and earthy. Now I'm getting earthiness. It's a very green, earthy soap, if you like that sort of stuff. So that's the scent. It's nice, refreshing scent. Now brush of choice, I'm going to give this some old. Been soaking. This is the 820, the black, you see. The 830 is the red in the middle shelf on the end. Ball knot, so that's been soaking about 10 minutes. Put that back for a minute. No, don't put it back. We're going to lather it, aren't we? Come on, Paul. Wake up. We'll do it from here. I'm not going to bloom the soap. We're going to try and see if this brush, it'll create the lather, but see if it'll give it us back. That's the thing. So a very happy Wednesday to you, wherever you are in the world. It's a nice scent, very easy to lather. Let's see how we get on with that. We can always go back to the puck. So that's what, yeah, that'll do. So we'll back the face. And then empty that. Thank you for bearing with me with the last video. The last shave was 28 minutes long, I think. I know I think there's a comment, a couple of people may say they don't mind the longer ones, which is good in that case, but I try and keep them. There we go. Let's start now. Yeah, so what I'm getting now is the scent is much clearer on the face. Some soaps are clearer from the puck, but this is clearer straight from on the face. Lovely on the face. It's I'm getting I can tell there's citrus in it now, and then this sort of earthy, dare we say, green scent, but not pine. Not pine. Very nice. Okay, we're going to heat up just the end. So we're on setting high. This will be its 4th use, using the Gillette Techmatic razor. Yeah, you can. That's actually quite nice. So the official thing is, how has your shaves been this week, if you've had any? I think the best shaves can be when they're better than you expected. Or you're using a razor or a soap or a brush, whatever, and it's much better than your expectations. And especially if you haven't paid a lot for them. Now, to be fair, this does, well, you can sort of tell this isn't a proper, like a D blade, but it is a blade, isn't it? But it's, how can I say, it does feel sort of as if it's a blade, and then another part you can feel, well, I can tell it's not a sort of a D blade, if that makes sense. You can certainly hear it, but it feels very good, very comfortable. This is where it has to work hard, because there's a close-knit community of whiskers. Feels quite safe. As silly as that may sound, you will have certain razors through your shaving journey that some feel very safe, some feel a bit daunting, some, you know, that type of thing, but slickness feels okay on the first pass. we'll see now if we'll just add a few drops of water. Now a few years back I used to use these brushes a lot, these bow brushes. So these feel very, very soft as any synthetic, really nice. And as you can see, no effort to lather this. Longevity's good, no dissipation. Scent strength for me out of 10 for this would be, I'll give it 3.5. Yeah, it's there, but it's not overpowering, anything like that. Right, we'll use this as a bit of a adjustable. So I'm just going to bring it from high. Let's try it. Wait a minute. So you can see, hopefully you can see the keeping quite clear there. We'll just bring it down 1 notch. Across the growth, here we go. See, in its day, this very modern razors, like using a Mach 3 or whatever they are now. But of course now we class it as a, well, just about vintage. Feels very good. Oh, I tell you, I don't know which country you're from or which part of the world, but I can safely say the shops we visited, a couple of them, not all of them, have started to stock Christmas things already. Oh, come on, we haven't had Halloween yet. We were touching on this in a conversation. Was I in work? So this is slightly less aggressive on here now, but nothing that stands out majorly. But it's still cutting nicely. It won't be long before I think shops will start having sections for Halloween. They do now, actually. Halloween, Christmas. And just have them all year, I think. That is nice. Yeah, slickness is getting better. So that's what we like after the second pass, no issues. Now we'll see, have we got a third enough for 3? Because just about, I think. Getting a bit thinner there, but I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, I've been doing shave. If you're shaving today, what were you shaving with? What's the shave of the day? Here we go. Right, shall we chance it? We'll go down another notch maybe. Try it halfway. So on half now. There. That's the blade. You can see. I don't know if you can see that, but okay, against the growth. Yeah, it feels good. It's a nice scent, sort of green, fresh, earthy I'd call it, but not pine. Some of these type of scents are quite piney, but this doesn't sort of. I don't mind the pine scent, but there's no sort of, it's not prominent in this, shall we say. Very nice. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, the aggression of this, even on high down to medium, there is a slight difference, obviously, but there's not a great feeling of difference really. But it's shaving very well. I'd say that aggression for me, I was lucky, I just went sideways then. Whew. The aggression, shouldn't talk when you're doing the top lip, Paul, come on. I can do another nose. Yeah, the aggression for me would be, I'd say, medium. Medium. But you may find it different. Good. And then of course it'll be time for the old Techmatic 3, 2, 1 pickup time, baby. I gotta say, this feels slick, but it's not the slickest soap, this, you know. Let me just, it's slick, but it's not the, that's a nice scent. Slick enough for a shave, don't get me wrong, but I have had slicker, should we say. But maybe this is taking it all away. I don't know. Nice. Nice. That's a nice change. And yeah, see, very slick here. It just felt then on the rinse. I think during the shave it's very slick, but once you've rinsed it, you know, a lot of soaps retain that slickness on the skin, but this doesn't so much. So I think a fair description, an honest description, this is for me personally in this shave, would be it's very slick as you're shaving, but once you rinse, it's well, let's say the slickness dissipates, which doesn't really matter, does it, if you're not shaving with it. Wow, that's, oh, it's a bit there. Just there. Very pleased with that. So we'll have a cold water rinse. That's lovely. Oh, that's lovely. That is nice too. Right. So that's what we look like. That's a decent shave. Okay, so I thought a bit of cucumber witch hazel would go well with the old earthiness. You might laugh at this now, but do you know what, the other evening I've had a new pan skillet, and it's a carbon steel, so I had to season it, and I seasoned the pan, and one of the things I always do after seasoning a pan, I always sort of fry some onions, and I was told that by a chef, somebody in the business sort of thing, and I was frying some onions and it was working lovely, very gliding across the pan. So when I finished frying these onions, the smell of fried onions is lovely, isn't it? If you like onions, obviously. And I had a fried onion sandwich with some, I got some of this sort of rich, fruity sauce with a bit of a spice to it. And you know what, it was the nicest little snack I've had. All I was missing was the sausage or like the hot dog type thing, bit of mustard. Why I told you that, I have no idea, but anyway. Rooting round in my drawer of tricks, shall we say, and I come across this. I forgot to. This was the A&E, Ariana and Evans, their shave club. They had a section, if you were a member of their shave club, a VIP. This was one of the releases they did, was the signature soap. It's like a has a bourbon, quite a sweet bourbon scent. There's some sandalwoods in there, a few different sandalwoods. It's a lovely scent, splash, and you give it a shake. It's like a milky looking substance, but it's a lovely scent. Doesn't go with this. This is earthy green, and this is a sweet sort of nice, how can I say this? Yeah, beautiful. Smell that. Do not drink. And I thought it was, because I find it quite a sweet scented splash. But yeah, really nice. So this like a dessert to we've had the earthiness, the green, and now we're having the sweet at the end of the shave, if you like. That's nice. That is nice. Oof, that is nice. Put that back tight. I'll leave that there. And I was so impressed with this cream from Shetland Soap Company, this night cream. What was it? Frankincense and orange, or sweet orange. Frankincense and sweet orange. It's only a small thing, but a little goes a long way. It's really good stuff. And somebody else left a comment in the last video, something to do with, could I explain something to do with aftershaves and splashes and witch hazels, and someone asked could I show how I make my witch hazels. So when I do another one, I'll film it, yeah, how I do it. Very simple actually, but I'll film it when I do another one. Not sure when that'll be, but anyway, when I do it, I will film it. The other chap that said, witch hazels and different, why do I put them on first and this second? And well, for me personally, I mean, you can go into detail and make it as complex as you want with shaving, as with anything, I suppose. But for me, a basic shave would be just cold water rinse, like my father would have done, and then it would have been aftershave. Dance around screaming, and off you go. But now the reason, I know there's alcohol in the aftershaves, and that sort of, the alcohol can kill any sort of bacteria and that type of stuff. But the reason for me I use water to rinse, then I use the witch hazel because it has a calming effect on the skin. That's what witch hazel's for. The reason I scent them, as in smell, scent, not scent them or buy, is because I'm not keen personally on the standard smell of witch hazel. So I've made my own with some essential oils. There's a mentholated one with crystals in. I've got a sandalwood one I did to Humphreys. And I've got the Thayer's cucumber peach, lemon unscented, and the super hazel, which is like a clovey type, medical type thing. That's a lovely cream, very thick. It reminds me slightly of Arco, that type where you have to work it in, but I think it's a bit better quality than Arco, even though there's nothing wrong with Arco, it's good stuff. But really, I was really impressed with how I felt in the morning with it. Yeah, so that's the reason I put witch hazel on when I put it on. So I rinse first, the soap, then witch hazel, calms the skin, and then aftershave has two purposes, got alcohol in it, some of them. Not all of them, but if it's got a strong alcohol, it'll sting. If it stings, it's got alcohol, and that can act as a sort of you know, it kills any sort of, like a, what would you say, antibacterial agent. But it's for the scent, isn't it, as well? The scent, to give you that scent, and then the cream at the end. So your face has had a good old scraping. You've calmed it down with some cool water to rinse, and then you've calmed it down with the witch hazel. You've maybe peppered it up again with a bit of aftershave, and then the cream then to protect the skin, and it's worked well. Don't look bad for 83, do you? 83. So that's that. So what have we used, otherwise we're going on again. So we've used this Gillette Techmatic razor. It's its fourth use, I think. Really good. We did use it as an adjustable, as there, and it's a medium aggression right through, but you can feel the differences. When it's on high, you can feel it. When you just the one click, you could feel it slightly less aggressive, if you like. So it does work, and it felt good, kept clean, close shave, that's all you want. First Canadian, the Grand Valley Vetiver soap, easy to lather, good on the face, very slick during the shave. Just when you rinse it off, the slickness goes. That doesn't always happen with every soap, but it does with this one for me. We've used the Smogue 820 bore brush, worked fantastic. Didn't have to go to the puck, it lasted well. I think I might have just swirled it for the pickups, but no, really good. It made the lather, it felt beautifully soft, like a synthetic really, but I've used these for years. In the beginning, and well, a few years ago, and it's nice and soft, and it worked well, really nice. Then we've used, what do we use? Welsh water to rinse. Then we used a bit of the cucumber, Thayer's cucumber, witch hazel, A&E, the signature, the club signature aftershave splash, really nice sweetness to it. and this wonderful cream, frankincense, sweet orange, from the Shetland Soap Company. So all the best, thanks for watching. I'm trying to make it a bit shorter than last time. Have a great rest of the week, stay safe, stay happy, and I'll see you on Sunday for the weekend shave. Alright, all the best, and thank you very much. Bye bye.